Good morning, everyone. This is Becky at X Creations, and I'm going to finish up some postcards and just chit chat for a little while this morning. I hope everybody's having a great morning so far, and good morning again. I've got these postcards I thought I'd finish up. These are postcards I did with Mary Friday night. And I got a couple bookmarks out of that as well. So I might finish those up. And then these I did during Craft and Chat on Thursday. So they've got a little gold and stuff on them. But I've got this old calendar that I picked up for next to nothing. And it's got quotes at the top. And that's what I'm going to put on my postcards. And then I'll, do postcard on the back. And these are kind of an odd shape. They are 4.5 by 5.5. 4.5 by 5.5. I think they're the same size. Yeah, 4.5 by 5.5 inch postcards. And I've got my little Xyron out here to put adhesive on the back of the quotes I pick. So good morning, Angie. You're the first one here. First one to say good morning. Hi, Marty. Hi, Anina. So I'm just going to pull these off here until I find one. That one's pretty long. It won't fit in my Xyron machine. Don't sit and wait. Get out there. Feel life. Authenticity is the daily practice of letting go of who we think we're supposed to be and embracing who we are. Oh, I like this one. Be willing to be a beginner every single morning. So I'm going to save that one aside. The art of being wise is the art of knowing what to overlook. That one's a good one. This one's kind of long for a postcard. So is that one. Wisdom is better than wit. I'm just quickly reading these. I cried for happiness, for sadness, but most of all for emptiness. That's kind of sad. I'd like my postcards to have an uplifting message. And I'm just tearing off the ones that are real long. Those would be good for like a journal page that's not going in the mail that I can, spread across the page. Hi, Anne. Yeah, because Anne mentioned focaccia, my phone has decided I need to see every option for focaccia bread. There's a crack in everything God has made. I'm going to have these all pulled apart. There's lots of nice quotes on here, but I'm looking for short and sweet ones. See how far down we get. Oh, I like that one. Be kinder to yourself and then let kindness flood the world. I like that one too. It's a little on the long side. We'll see. We must unlearn the constellations to see the stars. I'm just going to see here. Let it be, whatever it will be. Give up trying to manipulate. This is freedom. I like that one. My life is my practice. That's right. You can't live anybody else's life. They have to live their own. Casting judgment upon somebody else is kind of ridiculous in my book. But we all have done it. Every single human being has cast judgment on another human being. The bamboo shadows sweep the stairs, but no dust is stirred. That's a Zen saying. Oh. Yeah, this was a calendar, and because I ripped the cover off from it, I think it was Zen Quotes of the Year or something like that. The dogs bark, the caravan passes, Arabic proverb. Okay. Um, walk on air against your better judgment. Okay. You have come to the shore. There are no instructions. Kind of like that one. Oh, I like this one. One changes from day to day. Every few years, one becomes a new beginning. I feel that. Wu Men said, the failure is wonderful indeed. See if we can get some of this adhesive off the back. Yeah, we ate too much, and with this medicine we're on, that's not a good thing. It makes you hurt really bad. I didn't as much as Scott, but then for some reason his sister decided she needed to fix our plates for us. I don't know why. I thought it was kind of weird, to be honest. I'm just pulling adhesive off the back so that these are easier to pull off. There we go. Anyway. We cannot change anything until we accept it. Condemnation does not liberate, it oppresses. Carl Jung. That's a nice long saying. Little by little, one travels far. That's a Spanish saying. If you want to take care of tomorrow, take better care of today. Listen with the ear of your heart. Prologue to Rule of Saint Benedict. I don't know that that'll fit in the Xyron. It won't, but heaven and earth give themselves. Air, water, plants, animals, and humans give themselves to each other. It is in this giving themselves to each other that we actually live. Whether you appreciate it or not, it is true. After all, if I can't be myself, who can? Don't think, but look. That's nice short. The Tao is like water. It seeks the lowly level, which men abhor. Pull through some of these. Eventually, all that one has learned will have to be forgotten. True. Do not be carried away by anything outward or conventional. Zen must be seized with bare hands, with no gloves on. Hi, Pam. Good morning. We're just pulling through this old calendar. Oh, this one's a good one. If I can, even if I have to cut it apart, I can do that. Springtime is at hand. When will you ever bloom if not here and now? I'll keep that one. I probably have enough here that I could do these postcards. So I'll have to get a bag to put those in now that I've pulled a bunch off, or they'll all get lost. My plan was, oh, and April Fool's Day is here. And I saw Amanda Charlesworth. She posted a April Fool's joke this morning on her Facebook. So these are the postcards that I did up. That fits good there. I'm just cutting these with scissors. That's got some good graph paper on the back. I might save it just to write notes on. Don't think, but look, I might put that on one of these ones that I did on Thursday. Ooh, if I hold it up to the light, I can almost see the graph paper behind. Cole's trying to wake Greg up because he wants to come in. Listen with the ear of your heart. Let's see. Let's see. Which pile is what, Becky? These postcards here I did with Mary Friday night, and then these I did Thursday in Craft and Chat with Anne. Let's do the little by little one travels far. I'll have to keep an eye out for some more of these calendars like this, because this is like instant quotes to add to paper. I mean, to projects paper. Durr. It is Monday, and I've only had like a half a cup of coffee. So waiting to see how it sits on me. Let's see. I've got two more here. Let's put this one on here. Might trim that some more. So I've got 3 more to go. I'm going to put the failure is wonderful indeed on the last dark one. I didn't have anything planned, and I saw these postcards on my desk, and I said, I really ought to just finish them up, and then I can, address them to people and send them out. Since I found out how expensive it is to mail the little canvases, I can mail them cheaper from home because if you buy the clip and ship postage at the USPS.com website, you're getting corporate discounts right now. So instead of being $5.85 like it would have been at the post office, it was like $3.96 to $4.10 for the ones that I mailed. So I will just do clip and ship, and that prints the label with all the addresses on it and everything. I can just stick that on the back. I love this one. If you want to take care of tomorrow, take better care of today. And I'll keep the bottom half of that on the back because it's got the graph paper. That's a question for everybody. When you do cards or postcards and stuff, do you put a quote on the front, or do you just let the art stand on its own? I will cut these into strips so that I can spread it out, because that's gonna cover up almost the whole postcard. I might change my mind on that one. Let's see here. I like that one. Oh, I like this one. I might take this off here. I want to use this one, definitely. The Be Kinder to Yourself. Be willing to be a beginner every single morning. Aren't we beginners at something every single day? Oh, you know what? I don't have any quotes for the bookmarks. Do we have any more that are just like a single line? Let me see. Not really. I might have to just look for something else. Now, this only has, I think, about an 1.25 inch opening. Is that right? 1.5 inches. So if these are 1.5 inches or less, I should be able to get it to run through. Let's see. That one will go through. So we'll go ahead and do this one. And I know these will fit here. And you just pull it through. And it puts stick 'em on the back. Stick 'em. My hands are not wanting to work. Yeah, we didn't dye any eggs this year. I don't have any littles in my life. I finished the rabbit, though. He has overalls. And I even embroidered a nose, but I don't like his nose. So I'm thinking about taking the stitches out. I need to get with Carol and ask her some questions about satin stitch on. What I should have done is put a little interfacing right where his nose was going to be, so that the fabric's kind of stretchy and it would have stabilized it. I'm going to cut this one in half. And put it through half at a time. I'll do the same for this one here. And I think that'll get it's a Xyron sticker maker. XYRON. And it comes with the little cartridges. Well, you get little refill cartridges. And it just makes stickers. I just make sure I've pressed on the back of it to push all that stickum onto the back of the paper. And when you peel this clear off the top, if I can get it started, I'm having a horrible time with my hands. That's why I wasn't going to do anything too involved this morning. There will be stickum still on here that didn't get put on the back of anything. So it's sticky. So as I roll it off, I just kind of stick it to itself, because you just throw that away. And then everything you wanted a sticker now is a sticker. And you can get these in a bigger format. I have one, but the cartridge I have in there right now is just a laminating cartridge that I picked up at the Goodwill. I got a stack of them for just a couple bucks. So that's what I was going to make bookmarks with these here, put it through that machine. So we need to come up with a quote that would be good for an author. So I mean for a reader. So we'll pull the calendar back and just see if there's something short I can put right here. And then I'll pull the laminator thing out. This is a handy thing. And I know Peg Robinson has these Xyron machines in every shape, size, form. So I know that she has shown the different ones on her channel before. No, it's not glossy. The glossiness was from the coating plastic sheet that's got the adhesive on the back, because when this runs through, the plastic is actually one layer and the little paper backing, the release paper, is another. And when you put your paper through, that's when they combine. So they're separate in the cartridge. So you've got the roll of paper here, and then the film is on another little cartridge right there. So when your paper goes in, it's between those two layers. And that's how it creates the stickers. So what I was thinking is I'm going to go back, because I know down here I was going to put the last two on these here. And if you want to cut these apart like I'm going to do it before you pull it off the release paper. And then you won't stick them all over your scissors and all that. So I'm just going to cut along. And I'm going to make the author of the statement even smaller. So I'll put the author's name down in the bottom down here. And then I'm going to trim this closer. Like so. So I'm going to get these stuck down. So there's that one. Ta-da! Hi, Cheryl. And then I'm going to just snip the next quote off my strip. And we'll grab this one. And I'm going to trim the author's name out smaller. And put it at the bottom. Down here. I like to push it down so it doesn't come undone. I love this little sticker maker because I can turn anything into a sticker. And you just peel them off and stick them down. Excuse me. Oh. I don't know that I'll clear coat these. They might just go just as they are. I like how clear coating makes them shiny. But I don't want to move anything into the white area. So there's the 2 postcards done. Woohoo! And let's see. Let's get this one over here. I'm going to chop this in half. So I can only deal in, let's get the author's name and make it small. So it's still included in case somebody gets it and wants to look up, more sayings by that person. And there's a cat knocking at the door. They flick the storm door. They get their nails under the edge and then they flick it and flick it and flick it until I open it. All right, come on. Hi, Tip. Callie, do you want to come in now or are you going to stay? Whew, all right. Oh, they're so much fun. And if you do a great big sheet, you can cut it down into whatever the size postcard you want. Everybody tells me the size of the postcard. I think it's 4 by 6, but mine are, what did I say? 4.5 by 5.5. I love making postcards. They cost a lot less to mail, except when you do overseas, a postcard costs as much as a first-class envelope. So, it doesn't save you any money there, but it goes through the mail. I didn't get that straight, and I'm not going to pull it up. It's going to be like that, and I'll put the other one down crooked too. So it looks like I did it on purpose. Yeah, it's supposed to be like that. Exactly. Whoops. Oh, my goodness. I am dragging this morning. It is Monday. We've been going at this for 30 minutes now, and I'm just now getting sayings stuck down. Oh my gosh. There we go. I could have trimmed this down closer, but then the B would have stood up above it, so I just decided not to. All right. All right, this is a prologue to the Rule of Saint Benedict. So we'll treat the info on the bottom about the prologue. It's if it was the author's name. How about that? Put it down here. So it educates as it goes along the way. And I'm going to trim this closer here. I have 9 more blocks left to do. Lucas released the last color choices, and I had to redo mine for any number between 7 and 10 because he had 10 colors. I have used enough of my yarn now that I only have 6 colors of yarn. So listen with the ear of your heart. So that's that 4 there. So we'll just shove them over here right now. And we'll bring these in. And I only have 3 of these. I've got more, but oh wait, I have more of I have 2 more like this. So we need to get some more sayings for those. But these I've already done the doodling. This is what they look like when I finished painting on them Thursday. And then I've added all the doodles. So it's started like this and ended like that. So woohoo, we got to find 2 more. Oh, my stomach is not feeling so good at all. I'm going to put these on here. You probably don't care about my stomach. Whew. Oh, and my in-laws, they want to set up to where we're all traveling for every holiday so that everybody takes a turn. And I'm just like, I'm kind of over the big meals. I'm really not interested in big meals anymore. They wouldn't like it if they came here. They'd have to eat green stuff. There was hardly anything. There was green beans, but everything else was a carb yesterday. And I mean, it all sounds good, but on one plate, it was just too much. So we had ham, potato salad, macaroni and cheese, rolls. Like I said, it was a full-on carb meal. It's just too much. I love spending time with the relatives, but the food about does me in anymore. Whew, it's hot in here. Oh, Angie's got to go. Okay, go back to bed for a while. Get you a nappus. See you at Dee Dee's later. We'll cut Wu Wen off. So I'll have a stack of postcards here. 9 postcards. All right. I'm going to cut these apart even farther here. Because in failure comes new ideas. I was watching a movie, The Adventurer, last night, and the sound was so low, even at 100%, I could barely hear it. So every time Greg came in the kitchen or Scott coughed in the front room, I'd have to back the film up just so I could hear what they had said. And I used to be able to override and go over the 100% for that type of situation. But since we updated this laptop, I haven't been able to do that. I don't know. I don't know how many people are in here. Just 10 people. I could write everybody's name in here. Just do a draw and pull out. And I could make one more postcard. Don't think, but look. All right, so we need 2 more quotes. So let's go back to the calendar. Too long, too long. That one looks cool. I figured something out. The future is unpredictable. John Green. So there's one. That one's too long for this. The longer quotes are nice, but they just won't fit on a postcard. Have patience with everything that remains unsolved in your heart. I like that one. And then can I quickly find 2 really short for the bookmarks? On the good news, I'll have these all pulled apart so I could get through them. Tilling the field in the shadow of a hill, not a bird sings. I'm going to pull this off here. Anybody got any plans for this week? I turned the calendar. Yes, we use a wall calendar. I like having a calendar on the kitchen wall because I can glance at it when I'm cooking breakfast. And if we've got appointments, I'll review them with whoever has appointments and say, this, you got to remember this month. And we were thinking it's probably about time for us to go to the dentist again, but it's not on this month. I wonder if I could make all of that fit on a bookmark. In the shop, the paperweights on the picture books, the spring wind. That could be fitting for a bookmark. Might have to just put something else. Meditation is simply getting to know your mind. Happiness is the absence of striving for happiness. Stop striving for it, just feel it. That's what I get out of that. Oh, that one would fit on the bookmark. Silence is so accurate. Not I don't care, but I don't mind. Let's see. Doing a quick flip down through here. What I wear is pants. What I do is live. How I pray is breathe. Okay. This you cannot describe, nor paint, nor yet admire, nor feel. Okay. Oh, goodness. Having no destination, I am never lost. We'll stick that on the bookmark. Back to the Xyron. Yep. I guess we're just old school, Anne. My nieces, they always tell my sister, just use your phone. Robin's like, no, I like paper. That reminds me, I need to make her another planner book. She really enjoyed the planner I made her. She did a life lesson with her kids. She said, do you see this book? And they said, yeah. And she said, my sister made it. And the kids, why? And Robin was like, because she wanted to. She did art because she wanted to. She was trying to make them understand art is something you can do every day for no real reason. And you can gift it to someone out of love. And why not? I'm cutting that one apart so it'll fit in here. Don't know that it'll fit on the bookmark. And then you just grab the little paper on this side and pull. You stick it so the words are up. And then when you pull it through, the stickum goes down over top. Or is that right? No. The stickum is on the paper. This goes down and blocks the stickum. That's what it does. Storm is over. Yay. I'm ready for some sunshine. Yesterday was a pretty day. I need to get out and do some yard work. It's supposed to be in the low 80s here today. Would be a good day to get out and do yard work. Once the sun is up. The sun's not up yet. And I'll have all this cool graph paper that I could do stuff on later. Sorry, I get off while I'm cutting. but I got to get it close enough to see. One more. Oh, almost 7:30. I saw that Dee Dee has planted her garden. Let's see, will that fit in there? Yeah. It's got a cutter right there. And then I'm just gonna. All right. I've got 2 of these and the 2 bookmarks. So I should have 4 sayings. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. Yeah, I have enjoyed us having rain because it's been several years since we've had any rain. At least in any quantity, but I'm ready for even just a few days of sunshine in between would be nice. I'll cut the author's name out here. Oh, they must be wrecking out on I-77 or I-26 since they meet right up at the top of the hill. And I'm hearing patrol or an ambulance going up. We did our drive down to the boat ramp, and the road that goes by the boat ramp used to go all the way out. You could drive on it way on down, but they put up just some concrete barriers, but there's no reflective anything on them. They're just there. And I told Scott, I said, see, I've told you they needed to put some kind of reflective paint because somebody has come down here horsing around on this back road and somebody had been killed down there. They'd run into that median. So I'm just like, why don't y'all paint? Just take some stupid highway yellow and paint some stripes on it or something so that people can see it. I told Scott, I said, I'm going to get me some reflective paint and paint on it. Just some lines, just so it's visible. I mean, it's black as it can be down there. There's no lights, like street lights down there. And somebody had put out a bunch of flowers and stuff. And I was just, that is just so sad. And it could be avoided just by painting something on it. Hi, Janet. Good morning. Just finishing up these postcards. I was going to say, did I put that on upside down? That would be so fitting. I'll have to come back and see who all's been in chat. After I get these on here, I'm going to sign off and I guess get my day started. Like I said, I really need to do some yard work. Even if I just work on the front yard for today, that'll at least keep the yard enforcers away. get the front yard cleaned up nice. I could do that today. And then do the backyard another day. Greg mowed everything with the riding lawnmower, which I don't use that. I use a push mower, and because the yard to me is really not big enough for a riding lawnmower. But it was Scott's Aunt Marietta's, so him and Greg, they like to drive around on it. Greg gets out there with just his shorts on and driving around. He looks just like Randy Quaid on what's that? National Lampoon's Holiday. All he needs is to put a bathrobe on and be out there. Raise a beer to me as he's going around. It's like Greg. My kid is a cut up and a half. His friend took a really good photograph of him when they were out taking pictures. Gave thumb at the door. Okay. Hey, Peg, I'm working on some postcards. Now, I got these 2 bookmarks. These were just a little bit of on the side type art. And there are butterflies on here, so I don't want to put them upside down. All right, so they go like that. Let's see if I can make this all fit on here. I was telling them, Peg, that you have every size available in a Xyron machine. I have the little X, and then I have the one that's like 6 inches wide. This I had taped off when I was doing prompts with Mary Friday night, and I thought I had it taped pretty good to where when I cut them apart, I would have just a border around, but the tape I was using was way too fat, I think, was my problem. So I'm going to trim off the author's name here. And it should fit down here at the bottom of this bookmark. And this one I am going to trim so that it doesn't cover up the colors. And then we'll throw this away and this away. The thing about it is when you're, I will note this, when you're trimming away, try to leave a portion of the release tape where you can get it, because getting the release tape loose, you know, after the fact, like if I tried to get it here, I'd have to pick at it to get it. So I put that there. Actually, I'm going to cut the S off. And then I can put this. Come on. Now, see, I'm going to have to pick at it to get this S off from here. That was silly. Allie K's here. Hi, Allie. Just popping in before you go back to sleep. I thought about going back to sleep, but I might as well stay up at this point. Let me get my my pokey tool. Oh, that'll get some blood down in my legs too, because I was sitting on them. I need to quit doing that, tucking my legs up under me. Ugh. But I figure, well, I still can. All right. Let's see here. Can I get the backing paper loose? Struggle's real. I'm hoping to get that Afghan finished today. It's going to be hard to do all that I have planned in my head. I got to accept the fact that my energy might go before my plans are done. And I'm just going to stick this back on here. And that'll be a bookmark. And I'll show you how I'm going to laminate those here in a minute. This one's really too big to go on that bookmark. Having no destination, I am never lost. I don't think it'll all fit on there. No, it's not going to. So I'm going to save that one, and we'll get back to the calendar here and see if there's anything that's short and sweet left in this calendar. This was a pretty good deal at the thrift store. That might fit. Lesson 1, I give up. No, that's not a good lesson. Don't give up. Just keep going. Come on, something short and profound. Oh dear, you're having trouble sleeping. Well, I hate that for you. I just hate when this adhesive gets built up. I'm trying to pull it off here. Whew. Oh. I'm about to give up. Maybe I should go back to lesson 1. I give up. Let's see. That one would fit. We'll make this one fit. Sorry for the background noise. Got a nice stack of paper. Excuse me. Oh, what is that? That doesn't say anything. I thought I had the some of the writing, some of the quote. All right. Bag a Day Crochet says she's having a 1 million subscriber giveaway. And she's live, it looks like. I don't know. No, she says, what does she say? I don't know. I'm going to get this started a little bit here. I just got to put the B back on here. It says, be still and heal. I'll trim this off a little. All right, so there's that. Now let me get my other Xyron machine, and we'll turn these into bookmarks. But in the meantime, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I got 2 bookmarks. Oh, Cheryl had to go too. Let me grab this other machine that I have the laminating sheets in that I picked up at the thrift store. Couldn't pass them up. I've got this Creative Station, which I picked up at the thrift store for like $5. So this one, I'm going to set it here. Boop. You slide them in this way, down, the back down. Of course, I guess I should sign the back of these real quick. I'll just put Aunt Beck's Creations on the back. And the date. Pen would be good. Pen. Any other time. These Bic with the crystal columns, I can't leave them laying around because Tippy will snap them in half. Aunt Beck's Creations, 4/1/2024, April 1st. Now we'll put them in there. And I want to I'm putting them in so there's a little bit of space on both sides. So they'll be encased. And then I'm just going to roll them through. And this has a cutter. And then voila, they're laminated. I have a lot of texture on the bookmark surface, so I'm just pressing this down to make sure it's sealed really good. All right. Let me just cut these. Oh, Sophia's just getting here and I'm almost done. All right, at the bottom of the bookmark, of course I've made it so I'm not at the bottom of the bookmark. I'm just going to cut these apart. Just randomly cut them here and then we'll trim them to size. So at the bottom of the bookmark, I just need enough so that it's encased. And what I do is I line my paper up right with where the white ends right here. I just line the paper up with that. Oops. Trim that off like so. I want to flip this over. Do the same thing. And then at the top, I'm going to leave a little bit more so that I can put a tassel on it. I'm just going to like that. And then I'll use my corner rounder or something on the top. So I've got this little guy. I got it. Snobby Lobby. Well, it doesn't want to cut that too well. Here we go. So there's one bookmark, and I'll just punch a hole and put a tassel on it. Go where I signed it on the back. I'm going to come back here. Whoops. Oh, come on. Did it cut it? It did. All right. Well, that one didn't do nothing. I'll just round off the corner a little bit. And these aren't like real thick laminating sheets. I mean, it's like they got some film on either side of them, but it's got lamination on it. That's probably why the people donated it all to the Salvation Army. But it's a bookmark. You could use that. And I even think I might take my sewing machine and just go around the edge. I don't know. We'll see. But then this one I did upside down. It's okay. It's all right. So there you go. We've got 9 postcards and 2 bookmarks. So I'm going to take a piece of this graph paper and I'm going to see who's in chat. Live chat. And I'm sorry, Crystal. You got to go away. Crochet, you got to go away. Oh, have they changed it where you can't see? There they are. Participants. It says Ann, Lar, me, Allie, Peg, and Sophia. Well, I know there was more people here than that. Allie K, and Peg, and Sophia. But I know Cheryl was here, and Anina. I would need Anina's address. Let's see, Angie. I don't know if I have Angie's address either. I'll have to check my address book and see if I can catch up with you. I got Cheryl J, and Pam. Pam, I'd need your address. I'll write stitch it so I know, because I've got made by Pam already. Is that everybody? Did I miss anybody? Oh, Janet Bong. Well, my handwriting looks awful. I'm just scrolling down through to see who all is here. I know Monday mornings is hard for some folks. Yeah, you have to do things. Yeah, as we get older, we learn that we've got to do things in smaller segments. Oh yeah, being around a big, large family gathering exhausts me too, Allie. Yesterday it was just Scott and I and his mom and his sister. Nobody else was there. It was a calendar of Zen quotes that I picked up at the Goodwill. Oh, Sophia's doing some hand sewing on some patches. Ugh, sounds owie. It's not a laminator. It's the Xyron Creative Station. It's the sticker maker thing, but the cartridge that I have in there is laminating sheets. You can get permanent, repositionable. You can get the laminating sheets, and then they have one that does sticker on the bottom and laminate on the top. Also, when you do that one, you have to recut. Like if you've like I did Barb Owens Found Relatives, and I had one of those cartridges, and when I put it through, I had to recut everything out, which I didn't mind because it turned those into these cool laminated stickers. So that's what that is. You have to pay attention when you're on Amazon and you're trying to order cartridges for that thing, because you'll get something you didn't expect if you just go by how it looks, for sure. Yes, I was just making a list of who's here because in the chat, because I was going to send out postcards. Ruth Lamb just came in. All right. So the ones that participated in chat, I hope I got everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 people. So 9 will get a postcard and 1 will get a bookmark. And then I'll keep a bookmark. That'll work. So, I promised I'd show Scott the rabbit. because not everybody's on Instagram and Facebook, but some folks come only to YouTube. So I'll get Scott. He's sitting over here, and I need to get with Carol. Oh gosh, if I can catch her for a minute. So, and I'll tell you why here in a minute. Oh, Marty, thank you. Excuse the cat hair on my sweater. It's reality. So here's Scott in his overalls. He doesn't have a tail yet, but his nose, I'll put it up close. Carol, if you see this, I did something wrong. His nose looks weird. I think I tried to use too much thread because I just tried to use all 6 strands, and I think you have to do it with like 2 and just go over it more. My problem is this fabric he's made out of is a little stretchy, the suit fabric. So when I pull it through, pull the needle through, it would pinch his nose together. I needed to put a little piece of interfacing like right there on that tip. I might have to put that on my instructions. And these were some real old snaps that it came with a little tool. And I think I hit it a little hard because the pretty stuff on the front shows cracks in it. You can see I cracked them a little bit, but they're not broken. The top of his bib here is lined in a checker. And these were a pair of Scott's old Schmidt workwear jeans. So I reused the tag there. And there was a hole in the jeans. So somewhere on his back, he's got he got caught on a barbed wire fence. And then the bottom of his pants they have little cuffs that are of the same check. But he's so poseable. And my mother-in-law's like, why did you give him such big ears? I was like, well, that's what the pattern said to do. So he's got his velvet ears. And yeah. Yeah, I took him over to my mother-in-law's yesterday because I wanted her to see him because she likes to see what I've been doing. And anyway, let's see. Anina, I need you to email me your address. I'll leave that up for just a minute, so write it down. Oh, there's Kim. Oh, and there goes the other cat wanting back in. So if you send me your mailing address, I will send something to you, whether it's one of these postcards or another handmade card, I'll send something. So if you want me to send you something, grab my email address. I'm not going to leave that in the chat. And yeah, I come on at 6:30 on Monday mornings. Oh, yeah. All right, Pam's got it. Let me let the girl cat in. And I'll put Scott Rabbit back on the sewing machine. Come on. He was a lot of fun to make. And yeah, I just think he's a hoot. He likes to sit on my sewing machine when it's not in use. And he poses so cute. Yeah, on Monday mornings, 6:30. On Wednesdays, I come on right after Ann Lahr. She ends about 1:15, and I usually come on. I think, Ann, you said you have you're having the bridge today. Instead of Wednesday or in? addition to Wednesday. I'll get the right words out. Okay. All right. So Wednesday, if you want to go till 1:30, whatever, I just have to, get off by about 3:00 on Wednesday instead of Wednesday. Okay. Okay. So does that mean you still have it on two? So are they doing lesson today or playing a game today? That's what I'm trying to ask. There's Brenda A. Callie, if you come over here, I'm going to pick you up so you can say good morning. Hey, what are you doing? He's my pretty girl. You're my pretty girl. She does not like to be held. Can you tell? Didn't the bunny turn out cute? Scott said he had to have a pink nose. Lesson today, play on Thursday. Oh, that's right. It's Thursday. What? My brain is slow on Monday mornings. You're really tolerating this. And that's about it, isn't it? You ready to go? And this is why this sweater is covered in hair. All right, so I'm going to pan you back down so you can see the postcards we finished up. This is my den. So that side of the room is sewing. So I got my serger and my sewing machine. And we'll pan you around. For anybody that's never been here, that goes to the bedrooms, that hallway. And those are some art pieces I did of our 3 cats. And then the picture up above it is a picture that Lisa, My Eclectic Life, Lisa, her daughter made that for me. And then Scott's book collection. Well, Greg's cookbooks, my son's cookbooks, and my husband's books. And we're just waiting for that bookshelf to collapse during the night because it's straining about as far as it can. He needs to build more like this green bookshelf that he built for me. I love that narrow bookshelf. See, it goes up. Scott, my husband, built that for me. I told him, I said, I need 2 more of those for my books, and then you need to start some more. And the reason I love them is they're so easy to move, you guys. It's a pretty heavy bookshelf because it's made out of solid wood ply. It's not plywood. It's the wood that comes in a sheet. It's probably plywood, but I don't know. Yeah, we probably would, but I don't want to move all his books. And I don't think it'll go this way. I think it'll just go down. All the shelves are what's buckling. Okay, let me go back up before it disappears and take my email address out. There we go. And then the fireplace and just us. And then I'd really like the dress form to be on the other side, but she lives there. That's Gretchen, and she's wearing a shawl that I crocheted. And then I've got scrapbooks behind her and my die cutter. And the mandala on the wall is one that I did. And then that tower of plastic shelves has got sewing notions. It's got random mixed media stuff. It's just like all of my artsy supplies that are fabric-y based, I guess you could say. And then this mess back here, down there, is 2 red Harbor Freight trolleys. And then I've got the table back there that holds my journals in progress and stuff. And then there's my kitchen, which I haven't cleaned up for breakfast, so forgive me for dirty pans. And hang on, I'm going to turn you back. And then behind me also is art from friends, except for the pink cat. That's one that I did. So if you send me something, it might end up on the wall behind me. We hate MDF with a passion. And then there's another one that's called sand something. Don't use that stuff if you have any kind of breathing problems. Sandy ply, that stuff will make you so sick. Oh my God, that is the worst product on the planet. I'm sorry, whoever came up with that great idea. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's not like cardboard glued together. It's sturdy. It was really a sheet of rough sawn. The green shelf was really a sheet of really rough sawn type stuff. So it had irregularities and stuff. And I told Scott, I said, by the time it's loaded with books, nobody will ever be able to tell that it's not smooth and all, because we painted it with a acrylic stain, not paint. When you paint a shelf, you can sometimes your books will stick to it. If you use an acrylic stain, the books won't stick to it. So that's what that's painted with. So this used to be our den that is now my space, and I kind of like hiding out back here. I didn't show you that wall over there. I was going to put stuff here, but you can tell what took over, right? That is cat perch zone, because when the curtains are open to the backyard, the sun streams in here. And so they hang there. And then that's got paper products and then rubber stamps, some miscellaneous things to decorate, like paper flowers and things. And then there's a chest of drawers over there that's hard to see, that's got like my interfacing and more spools of serger thread. And then on the top, there's all kinds of jars of goodies that's like things I like to have visible, like buttons and washi tape and that kind of stuff. Yeah, I do too. That stuff is the worst stuff on the planet. That and that sandy ply. Oh, that we got the sand, whatever that stuff is. It smells horrendous. And Scott had such a horrible time. And we had already started cutting it. So we finished whatever project we had to make with it. And then we said, we're never buying that stuff again, ever. You know something I would love to get, but Scott keeps telling me he'll build it for me for cheaper than what IKEA is, the cubes, the big cube units. I think they're called calyx units, that are just like 12-inch square cube boxes in a stack. I want to put my fabric stash in there so that I can see the fabric and grab it and use it. And because right now all of my fabric is in totes and in plastic tubs, which keeps them clean, free of cat hair. But I have to dig things out. Yeah. And I've seen a lot of people. I have this table here is a cutting table that I picked up at Joann's that has two wings that come up from the sides. And I've seen people put some of those cube-like things underneath it. And I do have like plastic drawers and stuff under this table. On both sides, there's stuff. So this room is packed with things. I cannot be too confined. So I have to have space to move around me. I don't want anything or anyone within my arm span, so I've got this area where I can spin around, work at the sewing machine. I can come back to the cutting table and this and that. So yeah, anyway, I've gone on plenty long enough, and I need to get back to crocheting. I've got 9 more granny hexies to do, and then I can start putting my blanket together. I was hoping to use only the yarn left over from my temperature blanket that I made. That was that monster that never ended. But I pulled a skein of green, a lighter sage green, and that is almost gone. And I thought I was going to be able to use it to put my blocks together. So what I did is Joann's was running a sale, and I picked up, it's not the same yarn, but it's the same weight. And this is real close, and it's Joann's Big Twist brand. And what I had started with the leftovers from the temperature blanket were a loops and thread, which is Michael's brand. So this is not too far off. So I'm hoping, just keeping the greens, that it'll just kind of look like a big mossy mat around my blocks. So I'm hoping this will work. I had even thought about, I've got a lot of the red left. I thought about attaching them with red, but I thought, no, that'll fight too much with all the green edging. So this is what I'm going to put the blocks together with. And I may end up, I'm definitely going to use some of this on some of the last 9 blocks, because this is what I used around the edges. I don't know who all's doing Lucas's project, but I'll just quickly show you. I'm on the last 20, and I have just 9 left to go, but I still have to sew in ends on the ones I did yesterday. So the first whole bunch of them have this color green, and then I had to switch to this color green. So you can see this is really close to my lighter one. It is a little shade different, although they're both sage. It's, different companies, different lots of dye. So I have this plan of everywhere you see this green, that's where the lighter shade, Howard, go on. They don't want to see your hiney. That's where the lighter these will go. And because these are hexies, my blanket will not be rectangular. It's going to go in and out around. And I'm going to try to at least get them all sewn together before the 5th. I think that's when Lucas said we needed to email him a photo of the completed Afghan. And so, like I said, I've got to get this going. Oh, now Howard's turned something on. Doggone it. Glad he didn't hang up with you guys. So that's what I'm going to finish up this morning. Oops. I'll watch something, probably true crime, because that's what I end up sticking on. Some kind. Oh, he's okay. I won't reuse that cup. This is a cup my sister made. It's actually a tea cup, but I had coffee in it. And Howard snagged what was left, and it's not good for you, buddy. And if anybody needs to know who Howard is, Howard's the big guy. That's Howard. He weighs like 17 pounds. Oh, all right. I think I've gone over everything I'm going to be working on for a little bit. And I already have more crochet projects lined up because Shannon is doing a unicorn out for her members only group. But I almost bought that book, but then I said, let me type in. And do you know that Premier Yarns has a unicorn? And they have a little dragon. And I printed those patterns off. Let's see here. So if you go to Premier Yarns, they have Lucky the Dragon. And look, he's palm-sized. And then here's their unicorn. Look at that. So Lucky the Dragon and Rainbow Unicorn. if you want to do a unicorn or a dragon. So this is really goodbye. No, Premier Yarns. I don't know. I've never bought it. Premier Yarns, they sell, I think, at Walmart too. And I've got, they do puzzle yarn that I made the green hat out of a couple years back that I picked up at the thrift store. Was my first time with Premier Yarn. So I don't know if that's what that stuff is. Some of that at the dollar store to me is really scratchy. So I didn't like it, but that puzzle yarn by them is beautiful and it's a delight to work with. I love puzzle yarn. And I know her channel just went out of my head. She does a lot of yarn reviews. She has a skin condition that really affects her. So when it comes to scratchy yarn, she just won't use it. But there's a yarn, I think at Michael's, that looks exactly like puzzle. I keep saying I'm going to sign off, and then I think of something else. You see his arm hanging off? Oh, I'm distracted. All right, guys. I will chat with you guys on Wednesday, and we'll be working on our boho blocks a little bit. And I'm going to try to get mine finished up this week. That's another thing that needs to be finished. So I have 2 big finishes this week, the 2 boho blocks and my Afghan. So, bye.